This is what the volunteer daily sign-in sheet looks like. These sheets are located in the sign-in binder at the sales counter. This is the official record of attendance, so it's very important that you sign in correctly. Also, don't forget to let the attendant at the lotto booth know you are here as well. The lotto booth is located near the back entrance in the tap and play area. The first thing to notice is that each page is dated. Please check the date to make sure you are on the right page so you can sign in correctly. If you sign in on the wrong page, your charity will not get the revenue for that shift. The next thing you will see is that the information for each scheduled shift has the time of the shift identified. Again, make sure you are signing in for the correct time of your shift. This area is for the 12 noon to 2 p.m. shift. The second area has the information for the second shift of the day, from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. The third shift is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. The next shift is from 6:15 p.m. until 8:15 p.m. Then 8:15 p.m. until 10:15 p.m. And the final shift of the day is from 10:15 until close. Until a late night bingo session is added, close is midnight. Now let's practice and pretend that you are scheduled for the very first shift on Monday, January the 1st from 12 p.m. until 2 p.m. Make sure you are on the correct dated page. Once you find the area for the time of your shift, the first thing you should do is print the name of your organization. You can see the charity for this shift is Independent Living. The first volunteer from Independent Living prints his name, John Smith. Then he signs his name and puts the time he arrived at the gaming center. John arrived at 11:30, so that's what he puts in the appropriate spot. Remember, you must arrive 10 to 15 minutes before your scheduled shift begins, so make sure you put the accurate time of your arrival. The second volunteer from Independent Living does the very same thing. Mary Green has printed, then signed her name, and then enters the time she arrived at the gaming center. Mary arrived at 11:45, so that's what she writes down. Note there is room for 3 volunteers for each time slot on the sign-in sheet. So if you have a trainee who is doing their shadowing shift, they can complete the third spot. The process is the same for each shift of the day. The most important thing to remember is to check that you are on the correct day of the week and then fill out the information in the correct area for the time of your shift. This area is for the second shift from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. So print your charity name, your first and last name, then your signature, and finally the time you arrived for your shift. The second volunteer does the very same thing, prints their first and last name, then signs it and writes down the time they arrived. It's the very same for each time slot. Just make sure you're completing the information at the correct area. Your charity name, the volunteers' first and last names, signatures, and time of arrival. And again, for the 6:15 to 8:15 p.m. shift, the 8:15 p.m. to 10:15 p.m. shift, and the same thing for the final shift of the day. It really is a very simple process. Just make sure you're on the correct dated page and find the time of your scheduled assignment. Don't worry if there are blank areas above yours. Just zero in on your scheduled shift time and complete that area. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching.